Hey everyone, it's Nemo again, and I wanted to show you guys my latest KOOPARENA design with some of the updated mechanisms, take you through a quick playthrough, and show you exactly what's going on behind the scenes versus the first one. So, I'm going to try to make this relatively quick. So I'm going to start with the playthrough of this one. This is KOOPARENA 4, Nascent Antiquity. The whole thing is entirely self-contained in a single screen. This is the first one that I've been able to cram into a single screen, and a lot of that has to do with some of the alterations that I've made to the mechanism. First round, shoe Goombas, stiletto Goombas, chain chomps. You get plenty of shoes during the round, but you only get fire flowers between rounds. There are also boos flying around this one, which will wander in at random moments. The way this whole level is put together, it definitely benefits you if you can hang on to your fire flower. So there are lots of shoes coming through here all the time. As you can see, it's not always easy to hang on to a shoe, or to a flower for that matter. These boos though, oh, the shoes on the bottom. Oh god. No, please. Not now, not like this. Oh no, oh my god. So for anyone who's watching this who's never played one before, all of the KOOPARENA levels are wave-based arena fights. Right now, they're all 5 waves, though I've seen other people work with some of my spawner designs and other things, and put together levels that had 10 waves. It's definitely doable, but 5 seems to work for the most part in terms of overall difficulty and the amount of time that you spend actually playing it, and the amount of time that you have to do it over again if you die at the very end, like I just did. on, get down here. Yeah. There are a lot of chain chomps in this one. A lot of the decisions for the enemy waves were made based on how limited you are in the ways that you can approach enemies in Super Mario Brothers, which for the most part is limited to jumping on them or shooting them with fireballs or hitting them with shells. And since this is a smaller arena, shells weren't necessarily a great option, so I decided I was going to stick with fire flowers and Goomba shoes. Oh. Oh, yes, give me that. Oh, jeez. Alright, what is this, the final round? Yes. Wigglers, Cheep Cheeps. Hell. Oh. Yeah, once those things start flying around, it gets a little harder to move because they jump so much, they jump so high. But yeah, this one is unique among the others in that you get this neat little bonus round at the end while the POW block drops down, which you can see to the right in the round timer. So that'll trigger. Knocks out that guy. And then I can get up here, get that, and finish the level. So as far as the Kooparena levels go, this one's incredibly straightforward. I mean, you hit the P-switch, everything starts, everything's automated from there, boom. So, let's take a look at it. So for this one, I'm using, pretty condensed versions of all of the two core mechanisms that run the arena. The first one is just the mob delivery system, which is composed of these guys up top. All of these are stacked with the enemies wave by wave. And then these up here, this is actually a new addition for the bonus round at the very end, which really is just sort of a distraction while the POW block goes through the whole circuit. This may be a little bit easier to see if I switch it to a different theme. Alright, so you can see the bricks a little more clearly here. So basically, this is my condensed P-switch timer. And this is the entire thing right over here. So you have 10 pieces of track with 9 blocks. They all go around, and there's a 1 block gap right here. So the way it works is it drops in, and then as these cycle through, every time it hits the gap, it drops below another one of these one-way walls, which line the interior shaft. So once it gets to the bottom, it will hit this conveyor belt. It'll bounce off of here, and that will throw it up into the bottom of this bill launcher, which will trigger the P-switch. You can do that. You can trigger P-switches that way. You can drop thwomps on them. There are a handful of different ways to trigger them automatically. It seems to be the most effective and reliable, and works within a very small space really well, in my experience. And then, yeah, so it goes through the whole thing until it gets to the POW block at the end. The POW block does not trigger, it pushes this up. And then inside it are beetles. So it shoots the beetle down. The beetle knocks the POW block out from under it, which drops it down and renders it inert again. And it also takes out the muncher up top. So then you can climb up, hit the last POW block, which will clear the 2 giant munchers, and you can clear the level. And that's really it. It took me a month to get to this point. Like, the rest of this is all just set decoration, really. And over here are some 1-ups, because anyone who's, I guess, unfortunate enough to come across it in 100 Mario Challenge, I try to be upfront about, like, here's 3 lives. Like, maybe give it a try. If you're not into it, that's okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my latest design and what's running on the back end. I hope this has been educational. I hope there's something that can be taken from all of this exposition.